Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
As we welcome you into game number 2 here between Kindred and the Bismarck Senators today for our second elimination game on yourliveevent.com. This is our pregame show brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber. The Senators and Kindred match up here in our second contest. The winner advances to a game tomorrow here in Castleton. Loser has their season come to a close. The time and team to be determined, barring again the outcomes of what's going to happen a little bit later on today as well. I'm Chase Miller with you. When we come back after this, we'll get to our coaches conversation. That's around the corner as we'll hear from both head coaches, get to our starting lineups, that and more still to come here today from Castleton on yourliveevent.com.
Accounting needs you may have, Todd, our world certified public accountant, has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search Your Live Event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
As we continue on our pregame show here today, brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber, day number 3 and game number 2, one more elimination game here with the Bismarck Senators. And Kindred joining us here from the Senators' perspective is their head coach, that's Connor Hill. And for you here, Connor, just take us through a really quality baseball game for your team yesterday to get 8 runs consecutive there in the final 3 innings. What do you hope to take over from a comeback victory against the Reps yesterday into this contest against Kindred?
Yeah, the biggest thing is what I told the guys yesterday is, we just can't get too high, can't get too low, and good things happen. Don't go so high that we can't come back down. When things go bad, we can't, shut down. We just got to stay right in the middle, and that's kind of what happened yesterday, so we just got to continue that into today.
What have you seen from Lucas Farstead so far in 2 games, and what do you hope to see him on the mound, particularly here today against Kindred?
Yeah, on the mound, I think the biggest thing with Lucas, he's not going to, blow by anybody. He's going to throw strikes, and we just got to play defense behind him. So I think, if they can beat us by getting base hits, then, good on them. But, yeah, he's just got to, stay consistent with what he's been doing all year.
What would it mean for this club to find a way to pick up a win here against Kindred and be a top 4 team? And state, obviously, you still want to, go a little bit farther in tournament, but what would it mean to be a top 4 team in the state of North Dakota?
Yeah, it would mean a lot. I mean, after yesterday, we kind of are playing with house money a little bit. So we just got to keep going, play consistent. And, yeah, it'd be awesome if we could be a top 4 team in the state after being the 4 seed in the West.
Final thing for me, someone who's had a nice day or a couple days at the plate, Jordan Klein, 4 for 5, 2 runs and a strikeout. What can he do as someone that can be a leader but also, more importantly, at the plate?
Yeah, he's just got to keep doing what he's been doing. He's really fast. He's really hard out when he hits the ball on the ground. If he hits it into the outfield and he finds a gap, he could run all day. So, I mean, that's the biggest thing is he's just got to stay consistent, keep them on their toes. He's really good at drag bunting. So, he obviously looks for those opportunities to do that and get on base. And if he can keep doing that, we'll be fine.
Hey, Connor, as always, thanks so much for your time. Best of luck here today.
Thank you.
Again, from the Senators, that's Connor Hill. We'll continue with more after this on our pregame show in Castleton.
Legacy Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Legacy Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
As we come back here on our pregame show brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber, we'll see what both Kindred and the Bismarck Senators have on store for game number 2 after the first one goes 11 today between Valley City and alongside with them, the Fargo Jets. Joining us here from Kindred's perspective as the head coach, that's Josh Almers. And Josh, for you guys, just what's the message after a really good game yesterday? Jack McDonald obviously pitched awfully well. Just one inning of baseball that Castleton was able to put some, hitters and walks and put some good stuff together. So what's the message to these guys as you get ready for Bismarck?
Yeah, I'm very proud of our guys. They've really played hard here in July. I'm excited about our growth. We fought hard yesterday. I thought we hit the ball hard early on and just couldn't find a big hit in the right moment. And then Christensen got stronger as the game went and got some key strikeouts and key moments. So ultimately, not much. We're really looking to learn from that. It's time to move on, right? I mean, it's a double elimination tournament, and it's time to move on. And if we give a great effort today, I think we can take down a very good opponent in Bismarck.
What would it mean? I know obviously you're going to worry about today, but what would it mean to be a top 4 team with the win today? To be a top 4 team still left standing, obviously, here at a state tournament.
It'd mean we get one more day together, which is important. I mean, these guys, you develop such tight bonds with all the different hours you put in, all the reps you put in. That's a big thing is let's fight to be together one more day. Let's fight to be able to hit and hang out and come and do this baseball and, on a beautiful weekend, one more day. So, yeah, that's the biggest thing is none of us want to go home. None of us want to go our separate ways quite yet. So that's the big thing right now.
For Kylan taking the mound, what do you want to see from him today against the Senators club that did come back from a 7-0 deficit yesterday against the Reps?
Kylan is an outstanding young man, one of the best workers that we've ever had, high character. He's such a great young man to be around. Looking forward to him just doing what he does. He's been just like I said about Jack last night, he's been a key part of our pitching staff for 3 years. He's got a great mix of pitches. He's more of a locator, so hopefully he stays on. He's not throwing many balls, but a little bit more off speed, not as much velocity, but just a fierce competitor that we hope he can pump strikes and just be as competitive as Kylan is.
Hey Josh, thanks so much for your time and best of luck here today against the Senators.
Thanks again, Chase, for all your coverage.
And again, Josh Almers with us here from Kindred. We'll continue with more after this here in Castleton.
Thank you.
Covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Take your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
Those interviews brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. That again is dhb.bank. As we continue here from Valley Process Technologies Field here in Castleton on yourliveevent.com, I'm Chase Miller for another elimination contest. This one, though, featuring the Bismarck Senators and Kindred as well. Overcast skies, 75 degrees. Anytime I keep looking at what the weather could be for the rest of the day or to tomorrow, I get potential chance of rain showers. And we hope that obviously stays away throughout the course of this one. So earlier today, Valley City loses a heartbreaker against the Fargo Jets in 11 innings, 6-4. And we'll find out what's going to happen a little bit later on. The next game scheduled for 5:30 could still happen at 5:30, depending on how quickly this one moves along between Castleton and Devils Lake for our winner's bracket game. But whoever loses that one between the Haymakers and the Storm, you're still going to play tomorrow. The loser of this one, though, comes to an end. Their opponent depends on what happens later today as well with Devils Lake and Castleton, as they're trying to avoid anybody playing each other twice on the double elimination format. 2 games tomorrow, then 1 or 2 games upcoming on Monday as well. That does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber. Find the quality lumber and materials you need to get the job done at Castleton Lumber. Whether it's siding to plywood, windows, and more, call 701-347-4471 for a rendering of your next project at Castleton Lumber. We're back with our starting lineups here in a moment, but first let's tell you what's going on across the state of North Dakota as well. Earlier today, Fargo 400 and West Fargo Patriots played in Williston, and the West Fargo Patriots defeated the Fargo Post 400 squad in the very first game, so the second championship game is underway as well in Williston between those two clubs in Double-A. The winner will be the state champ of both teams again, moving on to the Central Plains Regional for West Fargo and Fargo Post 400. Elimination games from earlier today. Langdon over Candu in 6, 12-2, and Renville County gets by Washburn at the B as well, in Park River by a final of 2-1. Currently underway right now, it is Thompson versus Linton Ashley Wishick. In that contest, just taking a look, Thompson and Linton Ashley Wishick right now in the second inning. Last check, it was a 2-1 game for Thompson. So second inning, Thompson leads it 2-1 over Linton Ashley Wishick, and then you're going to have Lemoore and Park River play as well later today in Park River. So that's a look at the B. That's also a look at Double-A and what's still to come here in A as well. Again, that does it for our pregame show, brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber. When we come back after this, we'll get you ready for the starting lineups and the opening pitch. It's the Bismarck Senators at 17-16-2 on the season, going up against Kindred, who's 18-15 on the year. We're back after this here in Castleton.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd R. World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses, Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. Three, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
As it's now time to get to our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Live the sweet life with great careers, quality products, grower owned. That's crystalsugar.com. Again, crystalsugar.com. Chase Miller with you here today in Castleton for the Bismarck Senators. They'll roll like this. Tristan Schultz is the shortstop, followed by Jordan Klein, who's had the best hitting performance for the Senators so far. He'll be batting second for the center fielder. Aiden Grossman, the right fielder, batting third, followed by Brady Vogel, the first baseman in the cleanup role. Tate Fisher from there, the DH, batting fifth, with Drayden Doctor, the third baseman. He'll be batting sixth. Kyle Schlobaum, the second baseman, batting seventh, with Hayden Parent, the catcher, batting eighth. Lucas Farstead, the pitcher, here today, batting ninth. And then Brett Pugliafico will be in left field here today. So Schultz, Klein, and then from there you have Aiden Grossman here on the way. Vogel, Fisher, Doctor, Schlobaum, Parent, Farstead, and Pugliafico. Here for the Senators, head coach is Connor Hill. While for the Kindred squad, Getty in left with Baumgarten in center, McDonald in right, Sawyer Hess at first base with Traum at second, Belaski at shortstop, Johnson at third, Graham Hess behind the plate, and Kylan Swenson takes the mound here in this one. Opening pitch on the way here from Castleton at 3:27. As that'll miss outside for a ball. It's 1-0. That's our starting lineups, brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. Kindred, their gray tops. Kindred across the front in white with the white numerals. With Kindred across in blue, that is, with that white stripe for the Bismarck Senators. Old blue tops, red numerals outlined in white with Senators across the front in white in cursive. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swenson. We'll see Schultz, Klein, and Grossman. Off-speed pitch. That'll miss out of the zone. It's now 2-2. Second of third game here today in Castleton. The first one, an absolute dandy that went 11. 2-2, strike 3 looking. Swenson gets the punch out. Schultz is retired, and there's 1 down. Now it goes to Jordan Klein. Klein at the plate, 4 of 5. 2 runs and a strikeout so far here for Klein. The Bismarck Senators, through 2 games, are batting .260 as a team, 12 of 46 coming into today with 8 runs and 6 runs driven in. While on the opposite side for Kindred, their pitching staff through 2 games, 12 innings of work. They've given up just 8 hits, 5 runs that have been earned, with 3 walks, and they've struck out 16 batters. 1 ball and 1 strike here on the way to Jordan Klein, the center fielder. The pitch, that'll be up in the zone, now 2-1. Down on the field in between games, almost need a polo out there. Dare we say the hint of fall is coming, or maybe it's just a little windy. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Let's swing at that one now, 2-2. Swenson looking for his second straight strikeout. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball in the air. This one will fly to the right fielder, McDonald. Able to play the wind nicely, and there's 2 down here in the top of the first inning. Now it goes to Aiden Grossman, the right fielder. Grossman so far here in this contest, this tournament, that is 1 of 6 with a strikeout. Bismarck Senators played a whale of a game with the Bismarck Reps yesterday for a strike here to Grossman. It's 0-1. The Reps were up 7-0 through 4 innings of play. The Senators scored 2 in the 5th, 5 in the 6th, and 1 in the 7th. The 0-1 pitch, that'll miss inside for a ball. It's 1-1. We're in that contest for the Senators. Lucas Forsted had a RBI triple, a go-ahead run at that in the top of the 7th inning to get the Senators to come back and win a ball game here. It'll be 2-1. Winner of this game finishes at least top 4 in the state. 2-1 hit on the ground. This will be playable for Trom as he smothers it, flips it to Sawyer Hess. 4-3 on the putout for a 3-up, 3-down first. We played a half inning today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. The Senators are scoreless. Kindred coming up to the plate.
Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassi Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per row per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Bottom of the first inning here on YourLiveEvent.com as we get to our American Crystal Sugar starting lineups here for Kindred. They'll roll like this, and the center fielder spot will be Brady Baumgarten. From there you have Fisher Johnson, the third baseman, batting second here for Kindred. Stanley Boloski, the shortstop, will be batting third. Colin Swenson in the cleanup role here for the pitcher, followed by Graham Hess, the catcher, batting fifth. Jeremy Knight, the designated hitter, batting sixth. Sawyer Hess, the first baseman, seventh, with Carson Getty, the left fielder, batting eighth, and Jack McDonald in right, batting ninth here in this one, with Andy Trump at second base. Baumgarten, Johnson, Boloski, Swenson, Graham Hess, Knight, Sawyer Hess, Getty, McDonald, and Trom here for Kindred. Head coach is Josh Almers, with assistants with Nick Eggman, Dean Wixo, also Oakley DeBoer down there. And we'll see Quiz, and alongside with their bat boy, again, with Mr. Teddy Almers. In the outfield, you'll have Pugliafico in left with Klein in center, Grossman in right. Vogel stands at first with Schlobaum at second base. Schultz at shortstop with Doctor standing at third, Parent behind the plates. Forsted will be the pitcher to start things off here today for the Senators. Brady Baumgarten steps up to the plate, the leadoff batter. So far 0 for 5 with 2 walks and 2 strikeouts here for Kindred. Starting lineups again brought to you in part by American Crystal Sugar Company. First time through against Farstead here. Brady will see this one. It's called a strike. It's 0-1. Taylor Fuse, Eric Guler, and Casey Kowalski are umpiring crew here in game number 2. Here's the 0-1 pitch. That'll miss low for a ball. It's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. As the potential matchups for tomorrow, as 5 teams have been eliminated, 3 from the West. Senators are the last team still alive, as this is roped down the left field line for a fair ball. Brady Baumgarten will round first, touches the inside part of the bag. Here's a throw by Pugliafico, not in time. Sliding in with the double is Brady Baumgarten, and Kindred as their first batter up and on here in inning number 1. As that will be Fisher Johnson. Fisher Johnson with the double extra base hit for Kindred to start things off here in the first. As Fisher Johnson with a towering home run back on Thursday. As the pitch, gave a good swing at that. It's 0-1. Johnson 1 of 4 with 2 runs scored, 3 runs driven in, and 2 walks so far here for Kindred. The 0-1 pitch. Johnson pops one up. The wind, we'll see what it does. Doctor loses his hat and he runs out of real estate by about an extra 1.5 feet, maybe 2 feet. He could have reached over, so it'll be a strike. It's 0-2. Winner of this game will play tomorrow, but it all goes to in terms of who have you seen with Devils Lake and Castleton. As Devils Lake beat the Senators back on Thursday, so that would not be a rematch if the Senators were to win this game. The 0-2, that'll work out of the zone now, 1-2. For Kindred, they've already seen Castleton, so if they win, then they can ill afford to see Castleton, so it depends on the matchups moving forward. Then we'll kind of see what the final results are after the third game and know what our matchups tomorrow are with games at 3 and 5:30. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, but this one goes all the way to the backstop. Parent will have to play it. No throw made. So you do get the strikeout, but Johnson still will reach base at first. Baumgarten will go to third. Runners will be at the corners with nobody out. Pass ball will allow the runner to get to third base, and Johnson now to first. As we'll see it here with Stanley Belaski. Fargo Jets winning earlier today. They've already played at Devils Lake as well, so getting to see the different matchups here. Runners in a break to second base. The throw is going to be cut off by the second baseman Schlobaum. Fisher Johnson gets into scoring position here for Kindred. And Kindred, right on cue here, has a chance to put some runs up on the board. The one thing about this Senators club, again, talking about what we said yesterday against the Reps, they got down early 7-0 as that one hit Schlobaum a little bit on the throw there by Parent. They came back, and finally the floodgates opened up, and they were able to put some quality at-bats together late in that contest. The 1-0 pitch is roped into right. A run's coming in. Fisher Johnson's going to be held at third base as Grossman hits the relay. It's an RBI single for Belaski, and Kindred takes an early 1-0 lead. So Brady comes in to score. Fisher goes to third base. Stanley now stands at first. Pick play. Belaski gets back at first. Kylan Swenson, the pitcher. So far at the plate here for Kindred. Gone 3 of 6 with 2 runs scored. So working up at the hands. It's 1-0. So Kindred playing with an early lead here and a chance for a crooked number bottom half of the first inning here on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. The 1-0 offering from Farstead. Runner's going to go. It's a hit and run opportunity. This will die in front of the left fielder. Rounding second on his way to third is Belaski. Here's a throw. He will slide in safely, and Swenson will take second on that throw to third base. It's an RBI single here for Kylan, and the hit parade keeps on going. Kindred takes a 2-0 lead. So Fisher Johnson comes in to score. Stanley will go from first to third. Kylan able to get a base hit, and he will take second on the throw. Third hit already here for Kindred. Now it's to Graham Hess. This will one-hop and carry him off our umpire and goes back up then to the first base side, so Parent able to keep that one close enough. The catcher here with Graham Hess. 1 of 6 so far here at the state tournament. A run driven in, a run scored with 2 strikeouts. There's the 1-0 upcoming to the catcher. Hit in the air. This one will be towards the left fielder. He will be there. Puliafico's throw. This will be cut off and eventually coming in to score. So Farstead just up enough off the third baseline. It's a sacrifice fly for Graham Hess. As he cuts it off, Belaski comes in to score. There's 1 down, but Kindred will take the run as they have put 3 up so far here in the bottom half of the first inning. Now it goes to Jeremy Knight, the designated hitter. As this will go all the way to the backstop on that wild pitch. And Swenson will go to third base. It'll be 1-0 here with Jeremy Knight, the designated hitter. Puliafico made a really nice throw, but Farstead again cut it off. It was just up enough towards that first base side. Sacrifice fly for Graham Hess, as now you have a runner with the infield in. This one will also miss outside. It's 2-0. As Kindred looking for their fourth run of the inning. A double strikeout of Fisher Johnson, but they're unable to complete the play, so he would come in and score. Single by Boloski, RBI one at that. Swenson with an RBI single. A sacrifice fly as this one goes up the first baseline foul. It's 2-1. Infielders coming in here trying to take the run down at home with the 2-1 pitch here from Farstead. It'll be 3-1, and Bismarck Senators head coach and Connor Hill didn't sugarcoat it in our pregame show. He goes, hey, we're playing with house money, quite frankly. We were down 7-0 yesterday after 4 and still found our way to get to day 3. So he's like, we're just going to let her rip and see what happens today against Kindred. As this one goes foul. Now 2 strikes in the count. The Senators team falls behind in all 3 games that they played here, whether it's been against Devils Lake. The Bismarck reps are here now with Kindred. The pitch. I'll be up for a ball. They'll take a look at it. Work the count full now, 3-2. First full count here for Farstead on the mound. Payoff pitch. This is a frozen rope. Hit down the line to right, and that will bounce off the wall. Coming in to score will be Swenson. Jeremy Knight makes his way to second with a sliding double and an RBI one at that. It's 4 straight batters up and 4 straight runs in here for Kindred. Jeremy Knight just missed a home run about another 3 feet down the line, a little bit higher. That would have been a 2-run line drive shot. Now it goes to Sawyer Hess. Sawyer Hess ducks and covers. It's ball 1. Sawyer 1 of 5 at the plate with a run scored and 4 strikeouts. As Kindred with 4 runs here in inning number 1. The crazy thing about yesterday, 2 teams that scored 4 runs in the first lost. And those elimination games, the 1-0. That will be called a strike. It's 1-1. You saw the Bismarck Reps score 4 runs against the Senators, eventually lost 8-7. Minot scored 4 runs against Valley City, eventually lost 10-7. So Kindred hoping to avoid that fate. This will be a fly ball popped up. See if Doctor has enough room. Doctor gives chase towards the batting cages, but out of play down the third baseline. Runner at second base is Jeremy Knight, batter number 7 so far here of the first inning. He's been able to get 2 extra base hits, a couple of singles, sacrifice fly. Here's the 1-2 from Farstead. Foul back. For the Senators, 4, 5, and 6 batters in the second with Vogel, Fisher, and Doctor are the scheduled batters here. And still got 1 more to go later tonight with Castleton and Devils Lake after Mason Palmer threw a perfect game yesterday. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Check swing. Will they appeal? Yes, they will. He did not go. Good job by Sawyer. It's now 2-2. State B coverage. Thompson opening up the game here, bottom of the second inning over Linton Ashley Wishick, 7-1. As Thompson looking to get to that winners and stay in the winners bracket. The 2-2 pitch, backhanded by Parent. It's 3-2. Loser of that contest between Thompson and Linton Ashley Wishick will have a game with Renville County tomorrow at 12:30, roughly, in Park River. Here's the payoff pitch to Sawyer Hess. Hit in the air down the left field line as giving chase is Puliafico, but that one will go foul. Stay in the park. Long at bat here by Sawyer Hess. Getty, then McDonald, then back to the top of the lineup here for Kindred. There's the righty Farstead. Takes a look back in. And the pitch. Strike 3 looking. Sawyer Hess retired. Farstead will get the strikeout. 2 down here in the bottom of the first. Second strikeout of the inning here for Farstead. Now it goes to Carson Getty. Getty 2 for 5 at the plate with a run scored and 2 runs driven in. As he dances out of the way of that one, it's 1-0. That goes to the right fielder, Jack McDonald, who yesterday picked up the loss, complete game performance, pitched a well of a game against the Haymakers. This will be a high chopper up the first base line, but that'll go foul. It's now 1-1. Just one inning was the haunter for Kindred yesterday, and hoping to make this one inning be the benefactor here against the Senators. Farstead with the 1-1. A work out of the zone now, 2-1 to the starting left fielder here for Kindred. Runner at second base is Jeremy Knight after Clayton Kylan Swenson from third. Here's 2-1 offering. That'll be in the turf as well. It's now 3-1. Top 4 batters here in the Kindred lineup all have came in and scored a run in the inning. Baumgarten, Johnson, Boloski, and Swenson. Sacrifice fly quality up by Graham Hess. Now Jeremy Knight trying to be that 5th run of the game. Here's a 3-1 to Getty. He will take for a ball. It's a 5-pitch walk, and Carson is aboard for the first free pass of the game here for Kindred. So you'll see it now to Jack McDonald, batter number 9 here in the first. As McDonald 2 for 5 at the plate. 2 runs driven in with 2 runs scored and 1 strikeout. There's already 4 runs across. Senators trying to get out of the inning here. McDonald will see one up. That's 1-0. Pitch count continues to rise here for Mr. Farstead. Seen a little bit of everything for Kindred. They've came in early on counts, swinging away. We've seen others work the count to 3 balls by 3 consecutive Kindred batters. Here's a pick play and sliding back safely. There is Getty. That's going to be 3 count, a 3-ball count tonight. It's a 3-ball count, full count to Hess. Same for Getty, saw a 3-ball count as well. Here's the pitch on the way to McDonald. Well off the zone. That's going to be 2-1. 2-1 here in the first inning of the State A Legion Tournament. Day number 3 here in Castleton. Hit on the ground. This will be up the third baseline foul. Game number 10 here of this state tournament. Game 11 coming up after this with Devils Lake and Castleton. Scheduled first pitch for 5:30. Here's the 2-2. Nearly a strike 3 looking, but instead just inside, and it's another full count. Third full count to the last 4 batters here for Farstead. Runners will be off on the pitch with 2 down. Getty at first, Knight at second. Farstead looks back, the lead runner. And the payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. Farstead able to get the strikeout to retire this side. There were 4 runs across on 4 hits, no errors, and 2 runners left on base. We played 1 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Kindred leads by 4 as we head to the second.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Broadcasting today from the Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency broadcast booth. From banking to insurance, like Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency. Handle your requests. For more info, go online to kindredstatebank.com. And again, it's kindredstatebank.com. Chase Miller with you here as Vogel, Fisher, and Doctor will go up against Swenson. 14 pitches for Swenson in the first compared to 39 for Farstead. Here for the Senators. Here's the 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air. That'll be foul up the first base side. It's 1-1. As we alluded to, don't count out this Senators team. Once they got things rolling against the Reps yesterday, they put quality bats together, found ways to put the ball in play. Got a good chunk of walks. And capitalize on that, as this will be a soft line drive right to Sawyer Hess, who backhands it. Just make sure to step on first. Line drive out, one down here to start things off in the second. If you're Kindred, you'll have to come back up to the plate. Second time through in the bottom half of the inning. See if you can put some more runs across and widen the game a little bit earlier here in this one. Tate Fisher, the designated hitter, now for the Senators, due up. He will take a strike by Swenson. It's 0-1. Fisher, 3 of 6 here in the tournament with 2 runs driven in. Here's the 0-1 here from Swenson. Jammed him, popped up. Swenson giving chase. Now Graham Hess giving chase, and Swenson will call his catcher off. Able to see it right off the mound. And there's 2 down. Now to Doctor. As Drayden here in the tournament, 0 for 4 here in the contest in 2 games. Trying to change that with a base hit here against Swenson. As this misses the plate, it's 1-0. So also missed for a ball, now 2-0. Update from Cleveland for your diehard Minnesota Twins fans. Get to that, as there's a fly ball down the left field line while foul. It's 2-1. Cleveland 1. The Twins scoreless. Top third. As Cleveland is going with Beebe. For Minnesota with Bailey Ober on the mound here pitching. Here for the Twins. Off-speed pitch. Swenson quite literally pulls the string. That's now 2-2. As we'll see the 2-2 pitch, another one, but this will hit him. So Doctor, he'll take first base. Now it goes to Schlobaum. As Sawyer Hess will hold on Doctor. Kyle Schlobaum, the second baseman, will come up. 0 for 5 with a run scored, a walk, and a strikeout so far in 2 days here in Castleton for Schlobaum. This will be called a strike. It's 0-1. Fourth batter of the inning. First base runner aboard here for the Senators. Swenson works from the stretch. The pitch. This would be a soft line drive that'll go to the second baseman, Traum. Goes to Hess 4-3 on the putout. No runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We played an inning and a half here today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Kindred up by 4.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Bottom of the second inning here on YourLiveEvent.com. Kindred for the Bismarck Senators, scoreless. Second time through the lineup card. Now here for Kindred, it'll be 1, 2, and 3 batters. Baumgarten, Johnson, and Belaski due up here. As we'll give you a quick update out in Williston with the West Fargo Patriots and also Fargo Post 400, the Stars Championship game number 2 in the AA state tournament. Both teams heading to Fargo here for the Central Plains Regional, but the West Fargo Patriots lead Post 400 4-1 in the top of the 5th inning. Someone's going to bring home a banner, and right now the Patriots are getting a little bit closer to be called state champs here in AA this season. In-game update brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber. Bring lumber to the yard, whether it's to your shop on the farm or maybe you're in town working on a project. Maybe the wife finally said, yeah, I can build that man cave. Go to Castleton Lumber, quality lumber with quality materials. You need to get the job done with siding, plywood, windows, and more. Give Ross and the crew at Castleton Lumber a call at 701-347-4471. That's 347-4471. Ask the guys here in the booth, anybody got a man cave? Yes, sir. Okay, 1 of 2. That's a good average. As we'll see it here with Baumgarten, Johnson, and Belaski. Here's the pitch by Farstead. That'll be called a strike. It's 0-1. Here's the point of the game if you're Kindred. You got 4 runs early. This is the old put the pedal to the metal and see if you can keep adding here in the second. The 0-1 pitch. This will be fouled off. It's 0-2. 39 pitches for Farstead to get through the first inning. First time through the lineup card. 4 hits. There were 4 runs. So 1 walk, and eventually he did get 3 strikeouts. And this will be strikeout now, number 4. 1 down here, bottom of the second, as it will be Fisher Johnson. Johnson struck out in the first inning, but was able to reach base. Got a stolen base and came in to score as well in inning number 1. Here's the pitch. That'll work outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Also taking a look, 3rd inning, Thompson over Linton Ashley Wishick, 8-1 up in Park River for the game 3 of 4 today up in Park River. As this is going to be popped up, we'll see if it's playable. The catcher sees this one. Oh, it bounces off a parent and goes to Doctor, and they get a bear hug to boot. You hug that man. So that'll be 2-5 on the out. As we'll see, 2 down. I don't know how many times in life you give someone a man hug, but that deserves a man hug. Now it goes to Belaski. When Parent went to go squeeze it, it popped off his mitt, and give credit to Doctor. He was ready on the ricochet. On the reaction time, it's now going to be 1-0 here to Belaski. That could very well be your play of the game right there. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That'll miss for a ball, now 2-0. For the Senators in the 3rd, it will be Parent, Farstead, and Schultz, 8, 9, and 1 batters due up here for Bismarck. After they won against their rival yesterday in the Bismarck Reps, 2-0. I'll be called a strike. It's 2-1. Been some fun baseball here. Yesterday, today, saw a good one at the nightcap back on Thursday. Saw some 5-run games to start it. Haven't seen one since after the first 3. It's now 3-1. Farstead with the 3-1 pitch. I'll be called a strike. It's now 3-2. Farstead's looking for his 5th strikeout here of the game. Payoff pitch. That'll be in the turf, and this one gets by Parent, which will allow Stanley to reach base for his second time. Moloski able to get aboard. Second walk here by Farstead. Goes the opposing pitcher in Swenson. One thing with teams playing the Senators, when they've got a runner on, they are moving early in a count. We'll see if Stanley does here. Yes, he is. Also running, and it will graze Swenson. So Kylan Swenson will be hit by a pitch. He'll take first base. Well, Boloski will take second, and Graham Hess with a sacrifice fly comes up for his second plate appearance of the afternoon. Graham's walk-up music reminds me of being on the lake when it's 75, late night, sunny, not a care in the world. As here on this second day of August, here's the pitch. And therefore, strike gets 0-1. Well, Farstead is attacking the zone here in this second. No balls, one strike with two down here to the catcher and Graham. Kindred threatening again here in the bottom of the second inning. Farstead sees this one there, thinking about getting the pick play, but Parent just kind of held on to the ball a little bit too long. Now it's 1-1. Already seen Parent try to get the secondary runner out once here today. At first, the 1-1. Runner's going to break. Here's the throw to third. He is safe. It went off the glove of Doctor as Doctor applied the tag, but he couldn't complete it. Boloski will go to third as Doctor put the foot and knee down to try to impede the slide, if you will, of Boloski. We'll see, we'll go to third, and now Swenson will go to second. So two down here as Stanley will come through, and now we'll have the coach and Connor Hill coming out to talking with our umpire here as Doctor thought it was going to be a strike, and he went to go apply the tag, and maybe from his perspective he thought that, hey, Stanley was sliding in, maybe knocked the ball out of the glove, whether it was intentionally or not, but the play was not completed and made, so now you have runners at second and third with two down. Good throw, though, by Parent because they had him from the throw, as we'll see it here. We'll see the 1-1 on the way. That'll miss for a ball. Now 2-1. So Graham with another chance here, a 3-1, excuse me. Another chance here with a runner in scoring position, or runners in scoring position. Hits one on the ground. Schultz at short throws it across the diamond after Swenson in to hop it. It'll be 6-3 on the putout. No runs on no hits. There were no errors and two runners left on base. We played two today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Kindred leads by 4.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
For the Bismarck Senators, it'll be Parent Farstead, then back through the lineup the second time with Tristan Schultz here. Swenson, 26 pitches so far through 2 innings. He's given up a hit by pitch, 1 strikeout, and that's been it so far here for Kylan. Well, for Farstead, 56 innings, 56 pitches, that is, in 2 innings. 4 hits, 4 runs, 2 walks, a hit by batter, and then also 4 strikeouts here for Farstead. As Hayden Parent, the catcher. Coming up, as Parent is 1 of 2 with 2 runs scored, 4 walks and a strikeout. Swenson will fall behind the count. It's now 1-0. State A Legion Baseball Tournament here today from Valley Process Technologies Field in Castleton, where the wind has been whipping from the start from the first game. Where if you hit one to center, it's going to tail into right center. You hit one to right, it's going to tail down the line, especially on a pop or lazy foul ball. There's a big swing at that one. Now it's going to be 2-1. As Castleton and Devils Lake await the conclusion of this one to get on the field here later tonight and get one step closer to a potential championship appearance for one of those 2 programs with the Storm and the Haymakers. Here's the 2-2 on the way to Parent. Hit in the air. We'll see what the wind does with this. It's carrying it to the line, and that'll be a foul ball. Long strike here for Parent. He squares that one up just a little bit more. Could have been a solo shot and a round tripper, but instead it's going to be a foul ball. Short porch to right again, just 300 feet. Here's 2-2. That'll be out. Now 3-2 compared to left field, which is about 325 right down the line. Payoff pitch from Swenson. And it'll be walk number 5 here for Parent here on this state tournament. The Senators going to run around here in the 3rd inning. Lucas Farsted with Running Man coming on with the walk-up music. As the pitch is coming, this is going to be a bunt. Nicely done as that goes on the sacrifice fly variety. So Parent will go to second base. Put the ball in play. Len Farsted, your pitcher. Move a runner up and see if you can get Tristan Schultz or Klein to try to drive a run in and get that goose egg off the board here for the Senators, both in terms of the hit column, as this has a chance to be the first hit of the game, and it will be, as that one will split the gap. Rounding first on his way to second is Schultz. It's a double. The relay throw, not in time. Maybe would have had a chance at him right away if Trom would have spun him through, kind of was looking at where the runners were. But regardless, Schultz will get a RBI double, and the Senators put a run across. And on their first hit of the contest. Sacrifice bunt does the work. You play station to station. Now make it a 4-1 game. And here's kind of what the Senators did yesterday against the Reps. Got down, then all of a sudden worked a walk, got a hit, worked a extra base hit, and all of a sudden when you're the Reps, you looked up and it was a tie ball game. Here's a ground ball that'll go to Boloski. Look at that cannon. 6-3. And Klein is retired on 1 pitch, and there's 2 down. I'll tell you what, we've seen some really good shortstop play here throughout the course of 2.5 days. Saw Samuelson earlier today for Valley City. Mason Palmer, not just on the mound, but in day number 1, made some terrific plays as well for Devils Lake. There's a swing and a miss here to Aiden Grossman. It's 0-1. Grossman with a ground out to Trom, his last time up at second base. As Senators trying to see if they can cut that deficit down to 2 with another base hit. As this one is fouled back, it's 0-2. For Kindred, bottom half of the 3rd, it'll be the DH Knight, Sawyer Hess, and Carson Getty. 6, 7, and 8 batters due up here for Kindred. There's the 0-2 from Swenson. As that'll be now 1-2. Swenson with that ball that goes through. It kind of reminds me of almost a soft toss, if you will, just kind of daring you. Here's the 1-2. Strike 3, and Swenson gets the strikeout. That'll retire the side here in inning number 3. There was a run on a hit, no errors, and 1 runner left on base. We played 3.5 on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. It's Kindred 4, the Bismarck Senators 1.
With you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
In-game update here today, brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber. What happened earlier today here at the State A, it was a dandy. In a game that finished in 11 innings, the Jets put 4 runs across in the top half of the 11th. Valley City had a 2-run shot to cut it to a 2-run deficit, but would fall short 6-4 against the Jets earlier today. So the Jets will be a top 4 team. The winner of this game will be a top 4 team. Then we'll get to our Devils Lake Castleton winners bracket following that as well. In-game update brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber. Call 701-347-4471 for a rendering of your next project at Castleton Lumber. So bottom of the third, we'll see what Kindred can do with Knight, Sawyer Hess, and Carson Getty. Knight with an RBI double his first time up to right. First pitch swinging, hits one foul to the backstop. It's 0-1. Game that's 45 minutes old here today in Castleton. The 0-1 pitch. Knight now 0-2. Here's the 0-2 offering. This will be hit on the ground. A chopper goes to second baseman. Schlobaum going to be tight at first in time. Schlobaum to Vogel, 4-3 on the putout, 1 down here in the bottom of the third inning. Out of Sawyer Hess, who struck out looking his last time up after working the count full to in the first. Kindred 9 batters in the first inning. They had 5 in the second. As you see Sawyer Hess here and the pitch. First pitch swinging, fly ball in the air to center. Klein drifting, looking, and on that squirrel emblem catching. 1 pitch, 2 down now to Sawyer Hess. As it goes to Carson Getty. Getty with a walk for the left fielder. And batting from the left-hand side, so the Senators roll their infield over and their outfield a little bit on the pole side. As this will miss for a ball, it's 1-0. As Farstead right now retired the last 3 batters he's seen in the lineup. Here's the 1-0. Off speed again. This one will be 1-1. Now, neither one of these pitchers are going to hit you with a 75, 80-mile-an-hour fastball, so really about location, changing different elevations. Here's the 1-1. That'll work outside at 2-1. There's a story that Greg Maddox had when he was bouncing around at the end and playing for the Padres. He had a fastball and a changeup late in the game and a 2-1 pitch upcoming. That'll work inside at 3-1. He said, I popped the mitt. I was about 40-some years old, and he looked up at the radar gun. It said 85 miles per hour. He goes, it's about the same as my changeup. I probably should retire. Here's the 3-1 offering. That'll work for a strike. It's 3-2. Major League Baseball Network had a story about the Atlanta Braves and the Glavine and the Schmaltzes of the world, and they were talking to Maddox on one, and Maddox was just telling the story about how he kind of got an extra couple of years out of life and how he would work through, found a way to get 27 outs in a game. That was his, mindset. And at the very end, he told that story, which was probably apropos for someone that's 40 years old playing professional sports. As Getty draws a walk. So Farstead, 3 walks and a hit by pitch as Getty gets to first base here. Now it's to McDonald, who struck out swinging his last time up after working the count full in the bottom of the first inning. So Senators got 1 run back in the top half of the third. Kindred trying to see if they can get a little 2-out magic going here. Runners in a break for second. Here's a throw and sliding in safely into your living room. There's Getty for a stolen base. The 1 ball, no strikes to Jack McDonald. Well, for the Senators, it'll be their 4, 5, and 6 batters due up with Brady Vogel here in the 4th. There's the 1-0. I'll work outside for a ball, now 2-0. And Schlobaum trying to keep Getty close to second. Getty does have speed to where he could take off for third if he wants to. Now it's going to be 3-0. As we'll see the 3-0 pitch upcoming here in a moment to McDonald. This is called a strike now, 3-1. Farstead with a 3-1 pitch. Hit down the left field line, foul. It'll be 3-2. Update from Cleveland. The Twins 2, Cleveland 2. Tied it up. Wallner with a 2-run homer to right field. And Twins are still batting in the 4th. 7 games under 500, however, for Minnesota. There's the 3-2. Got him through a little, check swing, and that'll retire Kindred here in inning number 3. There are no runs, no hits, no errors, and a runner left. Kindred has left 5 batters aboard so far through 5 runners aboard here through 3 innings of play. We'll continue with more after this here in Castleton.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Top of the 4th inning here on yourliveevent.com. It's Vogel, Fisher, and Doctor here for the Bismarck Senators. And 4 runs across for Kindred right off the bat in the bottom of the 1st inning. Their bats have not gone silent, but they haven't been able to add to it since the first. First pitch swinging on the way here for Vogel. As this one will go to the center fielder Baumgarten, who hasn't have to move too much. 3 straight retired now for the Bismarck Senators. There's 1 down. This is very eerily similar from a Kindred perspective in terms of what happened yesterday when the Senators played the Reps. The Reps got up early. They had a 7-run lead. The Senators came storming back, and if Bismarck can put another run or 2 up before Kindred does, this might get a little interesting late, so to speak. 1 ball, no strikes here to Tate Fisher, who popped up in foul territory to Swenson, and Swenson puts 1 across. It's 1-1. The thing is, if you're waiting for that off-speed pitch, here's 1 on the ground. That'll go to Johnson. Johnson flips it across in time. Nice stretch there by Sawyer Hess. It's 5-3 on the put-on. There's 2 down. As it brings to Doctor. Pitching is about changing speeds. That's what Swenson's been able to do on that off-speed pitch. You can wait for it as a batter, but sometimes you don't even get that kind of a pitch in hitting practice. As this is popped up to the shortstop. Boloski's there. Tidy fourth inning here for Swenson on the mound. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We played 3.5 today here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Kindred up by 3.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Bottom of the 4th inning here on yourliveevent.com on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, sharing their heritage and their future with locations in North Dakota and Minnesota. Go to dhb.bank. Chase Miller with you high on top of the press box here in Castleton. Game 2 of 3 here today. Still one more to go. Castleton and Devils Lake scheduled at 5:30. The way the first game went with 11 and how this one is going probably will be a little bit after 5:30. As we get the third time through the lineup here for Kindred. Brady Baumgarten with a double. A run scored today, 1 of 2 at the plate. Farstead with the pitch. This will be hit on the ground. That'll go to Schultz at short. Makes the throw. Nice stretch by Vogel. 6-3. Make that on the putout. And there's 1 down. As for Farstead now, 74 pitches for 10 outs. Fisher Johnson comes up. His last plate appearance found out in foul territory where the catcher parent dropped it off the glove, but Doctor was there to grab it on the carom to get the out. And the pitch. This will be hit up the first base side. Agee, says Ole, as he lets it go by him. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground. And this one will go right to the first baseman. Vogel is there, 3 unassisted, and there's 2 down. So both teams swinging early in the inning. As we'll see Boloski. As Boloski here with a single, a walk, a run scored, a run driven in, and a stolen base here in this one. Batter number 3 in the Kindred lineup. As this will be a frozen rope off the glove of Doctor at third, as Doctor in the turf. As that was a hard swing, and Stanley puts both of his hands on his head right now. As coming out is going to be the head coach here for the Senators as well with Connor Hill. Looks to be all right. He just made a diving attempt, then just kind of hit the turf a little bit there. Well, that'll be a base knock on the way here for Stanley. As Kindred will get a runner aboard here with Boloski. Here at first, we've seen Parent with a good throw behind the plate. So if you're going to be a Kindred runner, they have sent him in motion more times than not here today. But you better get a good lead. 2 down. Farstead from the stretch. Big play. He'll come back. Kylan Swenson now coming up here. A single and a hit by pitch with a run driven in and a run scored today. 2 of the 5 hits so far for Kindred. Runner stays put. This one in the turf. It's now 1-0. Top of the 5th, it'll be Schlobaum, Parent, and Farstead, 7, 8, and 9 for the Senators. A game that's nearing the 1 hour mark. As Farstead. The 1-0, runners in a break. Swenson's going to hit it. Backhanded in the hole by Schultz. Fires across the diamond in time for the out. Good play by Schultz. 6-3, no runs, a hit, no errors, and a runner left. We played 4 today. On the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's a 3-run lead for Kindred as we head to the 5th.
Your softball or baseball skills to the next level with personalized instruction from the professional staff at the Ball Yard. Their mission is to provide area players, young and old, the opportunity to improve their skills in a professional level facility and to provide a high level of instruction to youth players to help them achieve their goals at the Ball Yard. Come and visit the one place in the Fargo-Moorhead area where it's always summer. For more information, go online to fmballyard.com. That's fmballyard.com.
For any accounting needs you may have, Todd Our World Certified Public Accountant has you covered. From income tax planning, preparation, and consulting for individuals and businesses. Todd Wold CPA would like to wish the best to the teams competing and thank the coaches and players for their hard work and dedication throughout the season on and off the field, as anything can happen every night at the Diamond. For more information, go online to wold-cpa.com. That's wold-cpa.com.
Top of the 5th inning here on yourliveevent.com. Kindred 4, the Bismarck Senators 1 here today in Castleton, as we are broadcasting from the Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency broadcast booth. In touch with Jim, the crew at Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency, whether you're looking to deposit some stuff for banking or looking for some insurance requests. Check it all out at Kindred State Bank and Insurance Agency or go to kindredstatebank.com. Again, it's kindredstatebank.com. As here's a hit down the right field line by Schlobaum. McDonald gets to the corner. The relay goes to Trom. It's not going to make a difference. Schlobaum with a ringing extra base hit, double the right. And the Senators get a runner aboard here to start things off in the top of the 5th inning. That just sounded good off the bat. Second hit of the game for the Senators. Both have been extra base hit varieties. A double by Schultz in the third, which was a run driven in, and a double by Schlobaum here. Now it goes to Parent to walk with the run scored here today. So he will take a strike. It's 0-1. For the Bismarck Senators, he's got 6 extra base hits here in the tournament, 5 doubles and 1 triple. We'll see the 0-1 pitch upcoming here to Parent. Swenson missing, now 1 ball and 1 strike. Two runners left on base so far here for the Senators today as this one goes foul. It's 1-2. Senators with a 3-up, 3-down first, 4 batters in the second. And 5 in the third, 3 in the fourth. A double by Schlobaum ends the streak of 5 straight retired by Kylan. Strike 3 looking right down Main Street. And Swenson gets out number 1 here in the 5th. As now it goes to Lucas Farstead, who had a sacrifice bunt his last time up in the 3rd inning. For the Senators, now you got to start looking at that scoreboard a little bit more here with just 8 outs to work with. As Swenson gets a strike, it's 0-1. On that pitch, it's almost like your slow pitch softball, right? You're just throwing high in the air and you got to hit home plate. A little bit here for Kylan, and he was able to drill a strike. As this one is drilled right up the middle. Oh, what a play by the second baseman, Trom, as he rubs a hit by Farstead. My, oh my, by Trom. Circle that one for possibly your play of the contest. If Trom even sees that one on the turf, he would have had to get up quickly and try to get the pitcher out at first. What a sensational play by the second baseman. This one misses outside. It's now 1-0. Schultz with a double his last time up, an RBI, 1 at that. I'd love to do it again and cut that lead to 2. This is hit in the air. That'll be down for a base hit. Baumgartner will come in. They'll just go station to station. here on this one as the runner at first, and Tristan Schultz gets his second hit of the contest. Runners at the corner. Schlobaum stands at third, and now it goes to Jordan Klein. Coming into this game, Klein was their best hitter, 4 of 5 in 2 days here in Castleton. 2 runs and a walk. So far, 0 for 2 today with a flyout and a ground out. For the first time, the Senators will have multiple runners on at the same time here in the game as Swenson delivers a strike. It's 0-1. For Kindred, bottom of the 5th inning, it's going to be Graham Hess, Jeremy Knight, and Sawyer Hess. 5, 6, and 7 batters due up. The 0-1 pitch, running on a fastball. It's 1-1. Kindred looking for win number 19 of the season. The Senators are going for win number 18 on the year. Find a way to win. Play again tomorrow. The 1-1 foul back. It's 1-2. Senators trying to avoid a leadoff double. It does not come in to score. As Schlobaum currently stands at third while Swenson looking to work out of a jam. The 1-2. Runners in a break. The hit. Boloski at short. Able to see it to retire the Senators. There were no runs on 2 hits. No errors and 2 runners left on base. We've played 4.5 here on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Kindred leads it by 3.
Partnership is a way of life here in the Northland. It's about pitching in to help our neighbors, making lending decisions locally, honoring long-term commitments to farmers, Main Street businesses, teams, schools, and rural communities. We're more than just a bank. We're a community partner, working constantly and diligently to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. Bank North, always true.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the 3-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
Down scoreboard update for you from Park River. 3 games complete at the State B in day number 2 as Thompson for the second straight day has another 10-run rule, this time over Linton Ashley Wishick 14-1. So Renville County will go up against Linton Ashley Wishick in one elimination contest, and then there will be a Thompson in the winner's bracket game roughly at 2:30 tomorrow, either against Lemoore or Park River, as that game is coming up next on yourliveevent.com. That's the State B. State AA. After 6, it was 4-1 for the West Fargo Patriots over the Fargo Jets, looking to win the State AA championship out in Williston. Quick whip around across the state. Here in Castleton will be Graham Hess, Jeremy Knight, and Sawyer Hess. The pitch, away by Farstead. First pitch swinging. This one will go foul. It's 0-1. Since the first inning, Farstead has settled in nicely as he's only given up 1 hit since then. That was last inning by the single by Boloski. Here's the 0-1 pitch on the way to Graham. That'll work up for a ball. It's 1-1. Once we get to our post-game show, stay tuned with us. We'll get to our play of the game, brought to you in part by Agassiz Precision Ag. We'll hear from a member of the winning team. As here's a grounder up the third baseline. Doctor comes across and makes a good play to Vogel. 5-3 in the putout. Graham Hess is retired. Also, we'll recap what happened earlier in the day. That and more is still to come on our Castleton Lumber post-game show. Jeremy Knight with an RBI double. And a ground ball in the third. 1 of 2 here today for the lefty DH. As Farstead sees this one. Knight jammed, rolls one over to Schlobaum. Close play over at first. 4-3 on the putout, and there's 2 down. Now it goes to Sawyer Hess here, who is 0 for 2 at the plate. As Farstead has retired 6 of the last 7 in 3 straight. Here's the pitch. I'll miss. It's now going to be 1-0. See a couple golf carts going from the left to right field foul pole. Makes me think of Mario Kart a little bit there. Just waiting to see one throw a shell out. Maybe a banana in the back. Here's the 1-0. 2-0. I got some cousins who love the Switch, particularly with the Mario Kart variety. They got a lot more characters than the Nintendo 64. That's all that I know. Here's the 2-0 offering. Hitters count to Sawyer, looking for his first base hit of the game. Sawyer hits one on the ground. This will go to Schultz. Backhands it there in the hole. Look at the throw across. Do they make the tag? No, they cannot. Up off the line, reaching base on an air. Here will be Sawyer Hess. Runners aboard. You'll see Carson Getty on an air on that one. As we'll see Carson Getty with 2 walks today and a stolen base. Schultz with a good throw would have probably beat him, but up off the line, the tag trying to be applied by Vogel, just up off the line there, reaching base on an air is Sawyer. Able to get aboard here for Kindred. Another lefty here in Getty at the plate. Another pick play, and this is going to be airmailed. How far can Sawyer go? He will stay put at second base. So an E6 and an E1. Now gets a runner in scoring position. Paying attention there to Sawyer Hess, and Carson Getty has yet to see a pitch in the at-bat, and now has a runner at second. As Carson's worked the count to 3-1, 3-2, and he took a ball on both of them. That's a strike. And it's now 0-1. As the 0-1 here is upcoming to the left fielder. Long pause by Farstead. 0-1 pitch is hit right back up the middle, through for a base hit. Klein's in a plate at center. Josh Almer says hustle Sawyer, the throw, not in time. Big turnaround second base now here for Carson Getty. As he will get an RBI base knock, and Kindred back on the board. It's 5-1. Nice swing there by Getty for the run driven in. As Sawyer comes in to score. As we'll see the 6th hit of the game, 5th run of the contest. Now it goes to Jack McDonald. McDonald 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. Fly ball hit in the air to left. Will this go over the left fielder? Pugliafico makes the catch. Good swing by McDonald. The wind helping that one to stay in play, but a run does come across. There were 1 hit, 2 errors, and a runner left. We played 5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Kindred leads it by 4.
From Agassi Precision Ag, your local precision planting dealer. How did your planting season go this year? Are you looking to make improvements for next year instead of breaking the bank on a whole new planter? Get the best price of the year on upgrades for your planter from Agassi Precision Ag this summer. Get $50 back per roll per product for some of our best-selling solutions. Make the precision decision for your planter this summer. Give us a call at 701-636-2119 or visit planterdoc.com for more information.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Top of the sixth inning here on yourliveevent.com. Grossman, Vogel, and Fisher here after Kindred plates one run across in the bottom half of the fifth inning to get to match their largest lead of the game here at 4. This will miss low. It's now going to be 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch on the way. Hit in the air, that'll go to left. Getty has to get on his horse. Getty, and this one will go over Getty and bounce all the way to the wall. Rounding first on his way to second is going to be Aiden, and Aiden will be up with a stand-up double. 3 of the 4 hits for the Senators are extra base hits. The Senators get a runner in scoring position. They stranded a runner in scoring position last inning in this same situation. Now it goes to Brady Vogel. 0 for 2 today with a line drive out and a fly out. Couple barreled up balls in the last couple of at-bats between Kindred and Bismarck. There's a fly ball. McDonald is there. McDonald's throw to the third baseman. Not in time. Sliding in is Grossman at third base, but McDonald with a nice throw to Fisher. Fisher was close to get the double play. Vogel is retired, a productive out. However, now for the Senators, they are just down to 5 outs remaining here in this game. With how it stands currently, Tate Fisher 0 for 2. First pitch swinging, hits one up the third baseline foul. Is that nearly hit Grossman? Grossman was tiptoeing the third base fair foul line. Also the baseball there as it goes 0-1. Come out ready to swing is the name of the game. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Got it over for a strike. It's 0-2. Got to throw it enough to where the hitter has to be accounted for, that they can't just stay dead red. As we'll see the 0-2 pitch. Missing, now 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes here to the number 5 batter in the Senators lineup. That'll miss, blocked at the plate, now 2-2. A double by Grossman. Vogel with the fly out to right. Now you're going to see Fisher here. After falling behind 0-2, got it to a 2-2 count. This will be hit on the ground. That'll go to the third baseman glove nicely by Johnson. Fires across. They get the out. It'll be 5-3 run driven in here for Fisher. Coming in to score is going to be Grossman. Is able to get the runner to come in here to make it a 5-2 contest. As it goes now to Drayden Doctor. Hit by a pitch and a pop-out so far here today. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1 offering. Jammed, popped, and foul. It's 0-2. For Kindred, top of the lineup. Coming up here with Baumgarten in inning number 6. Here's the 0-2. Almost sticking the elbow out there was Doctor. Trying to see if that ball could get a little bit closer to him and maybe get on base again with the hit by pitch. Instead, he's going to hit one up the middle and get a single. His first hit of the game. Able to get a board here for the Senators and see if they can get a little 2-out magic going here in the 6th. 5th hit of the game for Bismarck. As now it goes to Schlobaum. A double his last time up in the 5th. 1 of 2 so far in the game. Batter number 5 in the inning for the Senators. Popped up, foul. It's 0-1. This one's had a good pace to it as well. Started back at 3:27 earlier today. Just about an hour and 20 minutes old. Devils Lake and Castleton to follow. As that'll miss low. It's now 1-1. First game went 2 hours and 45 minutes, but that'll happen when you play 11 innings. As we'll see, 1 ball and 1 strike on the way here for Schlobaum. That'll work out for a ball. It's now 2-1. As the West Fargo Patriots are your AA state champs here today. winning against Fargo post for 100 in back-to-back games. This will be a fly ball. Hit down the first base side. Foul. It's 2-2. Runner at first is going to be Doctor. See if he stays put to try to see if it's 3-2, or might he break early. So he takes the lean back to first. Off-speed pitch. Foul. Tipped off the glove of Graham, and we'll keep it at 2 balls and 2 strikes. If you're a Minnesota Vikings fan this year, you got to get ready for some 8:30 football on a Sunday morning as they go to Dublin and alongside London in weeks 4 and 5. This will be hit in the air. That'll go to the right fielder, McDonald, in front of the warning track to retire the side. There was a run on 2 hits, no errors and a runner left. We played 5.5 today on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard. Kindred 5, Bismarck Senators 2.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Come back here in WNBA action today. The Lynx roll the Aces 111-58. As Minnesota Lynx pick up the win now 24-5, a WNBA league best here for the Lynx. McBride 24 points in the win. Felicia Collier 18 points, 5 assists as the Lynx pick up a victory. Also on your Minnesota professional swing, the Minnesota Twins, after selling the farm and some, lead 4-2 over Cleveland. Bottom of the 5th inning. Royce Lewis with a 2 RBI double in inning number 5, where the Twins also had a 2-run homer by Larnick. Bailey Ober 4 2/3, 83 pitches so far here for Minnesota. Already seen some of the Minnesota Twins ex-players making some waves on their respective teams in a game or two, but looking to make some waves here the 3rd time through the lineup will be Kindred and what they've been able to have so far. As for the Bismarck Senators, Tate Fisher on to continue here. We have yet to see a mound change, mound visit, or a pitching change. So those are brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. If you want to be safe and secure, like so far Farstead and Swenson have been on the mound in terms of their performance, in contact with Kindred Storage at 428-3121. That's 428-3121 for storage units on the north side of Kindred that are affordable, secure, and have easy access with Kindred Storage. As the sun is trying to peek through the clouds here for the first time in this game, where it's been mostly overcast skies. Brady Baumgarten, Fisher Johnson, and Stanley Boloski due up here. As Baumgarten sees a 1-3 so far in the game, and he will take a hit by pitch. So Brady will head over to first base here, and the runners on for the Vikings are here for Kindred in the bottom of the 6th inning. As it goes now to Fisher Johnson, will be a new batter into the game here for Kindred in Gabe Iverson. So Iverson will come on for the first time and get his first swing here of the state tournament with the runner at first base. Still very much anybody's game here. Kindred would like a run or two across to give a little extension of a lead. Try to avoid what the Senators did yesterday, the reps. Runners in a break from first to second. Here's the throw, and taking that one off the pitcher is Baumgarten as he's able to make his way in a scoring position. 0-1 upcoming now to Iverson. These are situations sometimes where small ball, you're up by 3, you get a stolen base. See if you ask Iverson to swing away or put the bunt down. See if you can get the runner to third. 0-1 pitch. Oh, misses out of the zone. It's 1-1. As Baumgarten takes his leave off a second. Good backhand on the way there by Parent. Now 2-1 to Iverson. Yeah, Stanley Belaski stands on the on-deck circle here for Kindred. 2-1 pitch upcoming for Farstead. He's worked 5 innings so far. The runner's in a break, and this will hit him. Actually beam him. He's looking to be all right there as Iverson. The runner will have to go back to third as Baumgarten had that one stolen off the pitcher again. As we'll have our first meeting on the mound here of the contest here today. Brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. And looks like this might be it for Farstead here as we'll have a pitching change. We'll let you know about it next here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Bottom of the 6th inning as we'll have a straight switch here. Farstead will go from pitcher to second base while Schlobaum will make his way from second now to the mound for Farstead. 94 pitches, 5 innings of work, 6 hits, 5 runs. He's on the hook for Baumgarten and also Iverson. He had 3 walks with 3 hit by pitches and 5 strikeouts here today for Farstead. As for Schlobaum coming up to the plates, or coming up to the mound here, he'll see the 3, 4, and 5 batters due up with Belaski and Swenson. They've both been productive today. Have 2 hits, a run scored, and a run driven in for both. Mind you, one's been hit by a pitch and the other's driven a walk. So from a Coach Almer's point of view, your 3 and 4 batters have done what they've needed to do. Graham Hess in the number 5 spots got a run driven in, and Knight with the same thing in the number 6 spot. That pitching change brought to you in part by Kindred Storage. Call 428-3121. Kindred looking for some insurance while the Bismarck Senators trying to not allow any more runs to come across. Keep it at 3 and see if you can have a little rally in the top half of the 7th. We've already seen 1 extra inning game today here in Castleton. The pitch hit on the ground. This will go foul. It's 0-1. Still 1 more game to go at the State B in Park River. You'll have Park River hosting Lemoore in a winner's bracket game. Winner plays Thompson. Losers got a date with Langdon tomorrow at 10:30 in the morning. Here's the 0-1 pitch by Schlobaum. Work inside now, 1-1. Kylan Swenson, 6 innings of work on the on-deck part of the plate here for on-deck circle, that is, for Kindred. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Schlobaum sees it miss low, blocked there by Parent. It's 2-1. It's currently for Kindred 4 runs in the first inning, 1 run in the 5th. For the Senators, a run in the 3rd and 1 run in inning number 6. 2-1 high chopper, and that will go to deep left, taking a big turn around 3rd and sliding in safely there is Baumgarten. Good play by Schultz to not allow that one to get to left fielder and Puliafico. It's a base hit for Belaski. And bases are full here in the 6th. Kylan Swenson. Bases full for Kindred. They've left so far 7 runners aboard through 5 innings. Infield will come in. Schlobbaum delivers, and this will miss for a ball. It's 1-0. Nobody out, bottom of the 6th. Here's the 1-0. Out of work upstairs, now 2-0. Runner at third base, Baumgarten. You have Iverson at second and Belaski at first. 2-0 pitch, got the green light. Swenson hits one in the air to right. Grossman is there, makes the catch. The lead 2 runners will tag. It will be a sacrifice fly for Swenson. He drives his second run of the game in. Baumgarten will score his second run, as it's now a 6-2 lead here for Kindred. Graham Hess 0 for 2 with a sacrifice fly. Runners at the corners after Iverson able to tag up from second to third. That run charged again against Farstead. The pitch. Throw back to the third baseman, and Doctor does a good job of at least batting that one down, but the secondary runner in Belaski will take second base on the throw to third as they were trying to get the lead runner out. Doctor doesn't get a glove on that, or at least a piece on that, and that's another run coming in for sure. And possibly could have had Belaski go from first to third. Infield tight once again. 1-0 is laced, and that'll be foul. That's 1-1. After the conclusion of this game, get to our post-game show, then get you ready for the Haymakers and the Storm a little bit later on tonight here in Castleton. 1-1. A little late there is Graham. It's now 1-2. This came up with runners on the base pass in the first. Got the sacrifice fly. Did so in the second as well. Had a ground out. Let things off then in inning number 5 with a ground out as well. Here's the 1-2 from Schlobbaum. Foul again. Evergreen's have been kept busy here this weekend with those foul balls. And we'll keep it at 1-2. That's looking for a second and possibly third run driven in of the game. A work outside for a ball, now 2-2. After Graham, it goes to the DH in Knights. Here due up. He's got an extra base hit already in the game this afternoon. Schlobbaum, 2-2, going to be blocked at the plate by Parrott, now 3-2. Third batter for Schlobbaum here in relief so far, a single, a sacrifice fly, and see what he can do against Graham here as it's his first 3-2 count for Schlobbaum. He'll miss for a ball, and the bases are full yet again here for Kindred. And we'll have a courtesy runner into the game here for Kindred as number 5 will come in. Tyler Gronwald, as Gronwald will come in at first base. As it goes down to Jeremy Knight. Still one down, batter number 6 here in the 6th. As the infield comes in yet again. Knight with a run driven in. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. It's 0-1. You got the runner at second and Belaski almost standing where Schultz is at short. Nearly halfway by the time he takes his lead between second and third. And that's what you can get with the infield in. Get a little extra real estate to run. Where a single going to bring in not one but more than likely 2 batters. It's 0-2 here, but for Schlobbaum looking for a strikeout in out number 2. One run across so far for Kindred here, bottom of the 6th, matching the 1 run the Senators got in the top half of the frame. 0-2 pitch. This will get past the catcher. Sprinting home from third is going to be Iverson. He stands up. That's now 7-2. Going to third base is Boloski. Grunwald will take second. It'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike count. So 7 runs will be charged against Farstead. The 1-2 pitch, that'll work outside. Now it's going to be 2-2. Everything else from this point on will be Schlobaum's responsibility. And the 2-2. Knight hits one foul, and we'll keep it at 2-2. Sawyer Hess on the on-deck part for Kindred. For the Senators in the 7th, Parent, Farstead, and Schultz, the 8, 9, and 1 batters are the scheduled batters to hit. Here's 2-2. That'll work outside. They're trying to get the runner at third, and he is safe as the ball came out of the glove of Doctor. It's now 3-2. We've seen Parent make the throw to third, to second, to first, all the way around the horn here today. Trying to see if he can get an extra out and help his pitcher on the mound. Payoff pitch upcoming tonight. That'll miss for a ball. Knight will earn a walk. So a single, a sacrifice fly, a walk, and a walk. Bases full again here for Kindred. As we'll have a quick little meeting on the mound once more. As you'll see it with Sawyer Hess. And then after that, we'll have a new batter for Kindred. Excuse me, no, we won't. Carson Getty still will be on that one. As you're seeing, quick little meeting on the mound. All of a sudden, Kindred, you put one in the outfield. You can let some guys run. Try to get that third and fourth run of the inning. Get it to an 8-2, 9-2 ball game. 7th batter of the inning here is Sawyer. Reached bases last time up on an error. Came with the run scored as this is called a strike. It's 0-1. Winner of this, top 4 team at the state tournament. As this will be up the side. As it hit the knob of the bat, it looked like there. It's going to be 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes on the way to Sawyer. That'll work outside. Now 1-2. Now if Kindred does complete this win, it'll be an East sweep for the top 4 teams here in the state. After the Valley City Royals lost to the Fargo Jets in 11, this will run in and nearly hit them. It's 2-2. Day 3 of 5 here in Castleton. 2 games tomorrow, then 1 or 2 games on Monday on the schedule. A 2-2 from Schlobaum. Swing and a miss, and Schlobaum gets a strikeout. Sawyer is retired, and there's 2 down here in inning number 6. Now it goes to Mr. Getty. Jack McDonald, then back to the top of the lineup here is 8th batter for Kindred. In inning number 6. Here's the pitch. Let me call the strike. It's 0-1. Schlobaum trying to leave him full here in the bottom of the 6th. The 0-1. Fastball out of the zone, 1-1. Will Getty will look to do what he did his last at-bat. Deliver a single. Getty's been up 3 times, 2 walks, a stolen base, a single, with a run driven in. Nice productive game for your number 8 batter in the lineup. This one gets to their wickets. Apparent coming from third base will be Boloski as he slides in safely. Grunwald goes to third. Jeremy Knight to second. It's 8-2 here for Kindred. It'll be a 2-1 count upcoming now to Getty. Getty takes a strike, it's 2-1. 5-2 coming into the inning. As Kindred has put 3 runs across on the Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard and extended their lead. Here's the 2-2 pitch on the way. Strike 3 looking, and Getty is retired, but not before 3 runs do come across on just 1 hit. There were no errors and 2 runners left on base. On our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard, it's Kindred 8, the Bismarck Senators 2 as we head to the 7th.
Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
At Castleton Lumber, they want to be part of every stage of your building project from the ground up. Let them assist with planning your project timeline in a way that's affordable and efficient. Castleton Lumber has everything you need to get the look you love with windows, siding, roofing, and doors. From choosing the right materials to the finishing touches, you can count on the folks at Castleton Lumber. Stop in and talk with the crew today or call 347-4471. That's 347-4471.
Coming up here for the Bismarck Senators, it'll be 8-9-1 batters here, top of the 7th inning. Before we get to our Castleton Lumber post-game show, the Senators would have to score 6 runs here to get things to at least the bottom of the 7th inning. If not, Kindred will advance to tomorrow, as you'll have, again, 8-9-1. If Kindred can win, then we'll start talking about the what-ifs of the matchups for what it would be tomorrow, regardless of kind of what the outcomes will be, because they're not going to play a team twice. For example, Kindred will not play Devil's Lake again, as this one is going to be a foul ball. It's 0-1. So you would have, if this result holds, Castleton would play the Fargo Jets, and Devil's Lake would play Kindred tomorrow. Here's the 0-1. Call the strike. It's 0-2. Just a matter of making sure which game's at 3 and which game's at 5:30. Here's the 0-2. Work outside for a ball. Now make it 1-2. Parent with a walk and a run scored, 1 of 2 across so far here for the Senators. Swenson off speed. Nice swing there by Parent. He's aboard for his second base hit of the contest. 6th hit of the game here for the Senators. As Ripplinger will come in now. Here for Farstead. Ripplinger had himself a nice tournament when he's been asked upon. A 1 for 3 with a run driven in. Here's so far for Tyler. Senators down to their final 3 outs, trying to keep the line moving, as they say. Put runners on, see if you can make things a little interesting. Swenson fields his position, gets one there. A chance for the double play off the glove of Sawyer Hess. The umpire was ready to call him out. The Parent will be retired at second base, and Ripplinger able to get aboard. As you'll see, Tristan Schultz here, 2 of 3, and a runner will come in now for the Senators, and Lucas Farstead. So Farstead will come in now for Ripplinger and run after Ripplinger hit for him. As it goes back to Tristan Schultz here. With 1 down in the top of the 7th inning. On our post-game show, make sure you stay tuned with us as we'll hear from a victorious member here for Kindred and get you ready for that winner's bracket contest. This will be called the strike. It's 0-1. Bismarck Senators, the final team here from the West that's still alive, down to their final 2 outs. Here's the 0-1 pitch upcoming to Tristan Schultz. Schultz is 2 for 3 today at the plate. Foul tipped in the glove. It's 0-2. A run driven in as well here for Tristan in the contest in that leadoff spot. The 0-2 from Swenson makes it 1-2. Ephus Knuckler, a screwball, kind of a little bit of everything there for Swenson on that off-speed pitch. Here's the 1-2. Runners on a break for second. Here's the throw. They got him at second. Nice throw from Grant Hess to Trom. And there's 2 down. Caught stealing will be Farstead. As we'll see it here, 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Graham Hess threw an absolute bullet to Trom for this second out. As now it's the 2-2 here to Tristan. Swing and a miss, and Swenson gets the strikeout. And that ball game wraps up at 5:10 on a Saturday afternoon. That goes 1 hour and 43 minutes here today in Castleton. Your final on our Dakota Heritage Bank scoreboard: Kindred 8 and the Bismarck Senators 2. So Bismarck will finish the season 17-7-2. For Kindred, they improve to 19-15 on the year. Kylan Swenson picks up the win, while Farstead picks up the loss here for the Senators. Our post-game show is next here in Castleton.
Local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
Sharing our heritage, sharing our future. Choosing the right bank for your financial needs can be challenging with the many choices available. Dakota Heritage Bank is pleased you're interested in knowing more about what they can do for you. The Dakota Heritage Bank community bank setting is a strong advantage they have over larger, less personal banks. Customers are more than account numbers, they are friends and neighbors. Working together, Dakota Heritage Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
As we come back on our postgame show, brought to you in part by Castleton Lumber. Kindred with 8 runs, 7 hits, no errors, and 9 runners left on base. While for the Bismarck Senators, 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error, and 5 runners left on base here today in this contest. It again finishes in 1 hour and 43 minutes. Kindred 4 runs in the first, a run in the 5th, 3 in the 6th. The Senators a run in the 3rd and a run in inning number 6 as well. Brady Baumgartner here in this contest goes 1 of 3 at the plate with 2 runs and a hit. Fisher Johnson able to go 0 for 3 today, but does get a stolen base with a run scored. Fisher Johnson was hit by a pitch. He comes in to score a run as well. Stanley Belaski able to reach base all 3 times. He goes 3 for 3 with a run scored and a run driven in. Kylan Swenson here today, 2 RBIs, 2 hits, as he goes 1 of 2 at the plate. He gets 2 runs driven in with a run scored here for Swenson. Graham Hess here in this one would earn himself a sacrifice fly. Gronwald will come on and courtesy run for him in inning number 6. Jeremy Knight goes 1 of 3 with a RBI double, a walk. You have Sawyer Hess in this contest going 0 for 4 with a run scored. Carson Getty in this contest would reach base 3 times, 2 walks, a stolen base, and an RBI single. And Jack McDonald goes 0 for 3 at the plate. For Tristan Schultz here in this contest, goes 2 for 4 with a double and a single and a run driven in. Jordan Klein goes 0 for 3. Aiden Grossman in this game with a double when a run scored as well, goes 1 of 3. Vogel goes 0 for 3. Tate Fisher 0 for 3 with a run driven in. A doctor in this contest would finish 1 of 2 with a base hit. You have Kyle Schlobaum in this one, goes 1 of 3 with a double. Hayden Parent in this contest goes 1 of 2 with a walk and a run scored and a single. And Lucas Farstead with a sacrifice bunt goes 0 for 1. And Ripplinger goes 0 for 1 today as well. When we come back on our Castleton Lumber postgame show, we'll hear from our player of the game. That's Kylan Swenson next here on your LiveEvent.com.
Keep your car moving along with the team at Elite Automotive Center in Fargo. What sets Elite Automotive Center apart from the herd is their truly extensive list of services. From brake and tire service to tune-ups and battery replacement, there's no job too big or small for their ASE certified technicians. Schedule your next oil change by going to EliteAutomotiveCenter.com or scan the QR code on your screen now. Never settle for standard service. Stop by Elite Automotive Center today in Fargo.
Buying, selling, or leasing commercial real estate or farmland in the Fargo-Moorhead and surrounding area? From office to retail, industrial to multifamily, commercial land to farmland. As the #1 commercial, sales, and leasing brokerage in the FM region, Goldmark Commercial has the experience and skills to handle all of your commercial real estate and farmland needs with the highest levels of customer service and marketing around. Trust the experts at Goldmark Commercial Real Estate to lead your team to success.
As we come back on our post-game show, joining us is our MVP of the game, our player of the game, that is Kylan Swenson, picking up the win here as well. A complete game win, able to get to the plate and driving a couple runs as well here for Kylan. What was working for you, first things first, in terms of the hitting, getting those 4 runs early in the first inning and never playing from behind here against the Senators?
Yeah, they were pitching strikes, so our team was hitting them.
Able to get a couple of hits early with Brady, with Fisher. When guys like that and Stanley can get aboard, and what are you kind of talking with each other up and down the lineup, getting some good swings early on against Farstead, who is the pitcher here today for the Senators?
Yeah, we were all kind of talking. He had a curveball, but he was throwing what we could hit, so it's good.
Able to have yourself, the fastball, and then we were kind of wondering up here if you call it a knuckler, an ephus, or a screwball. You mentioned the ephus. Where did that one kind of come out in the back pocket to change elevations but able to change speeds? How did that one kind of come into your repertoire here a little bit, Kylan?
I don't know. I just started throwing it, and I'd throw it in the outfield every once in a while and to practice it. So I don't know, it was working today. So.
Able to be one of the 4 teams left standing. What does it mean for this club to have another day of baseball? Once you get to state, you're not sure how many more days you're going to get, how many more games you're going to get, Kylan. But what does it mean to be one of the top 4 teams moving into your contest tomorrow?
Yeah, it's pretty special because at the start of the year we weren't where we wanted to be, so we kept working. So to be in the top 4 in the state is pretty special.
Kylan, what has worked really well in Devil's Lake last weekend, and what has worked well so far here in Castleton that you hope to carry over into tomorrow's game?
I feel like the culture is coming. I don't know. I feel like in past years I've built onto this, so it's good.
Okay, last question. Anything related here in terms of the harvest coming up that you hope to harvest, another game or two? Anything that you can use from the farming world into baseball world here as you're kind of getting ready for the harvest season?
Yeah, just prepare and make sure there's nothing bad going to happen.
It sounds like a farmer making sure you're getting the job done there with the machinery. Kylan, thanks so much for your time. Congratulations, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Player of the game again, Kylan Swenson with us here for Kindred. We'll continue with more after this here in Castleton.
Green Earth Landscaping offers a full range of services, including commercial and residential landscape design and installation, maintenance and sprinkler services. From outdoor kitchens to patios, retaining walls, lighting, fine grade, sod and hydroseed, and anything in between, Green Earth Landscaping has you covered, servicing the Fargo-Moorhead area and beyond. For more information, go online to greenearthnd.com. That's greenearthnd.com.
Keep your job site stocked with reliable service from Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters. Our team specializes in everything concrete. That means hand tools and equipment, rebar of all shapes and sizes, concrete forming packages and ICFs, decorative concrete materials like color, stain, sealers, and coatings. And let's not forget our impressive fleet of winter construction equipment to keep the concrete flowing all year round. If you've got concrete questions, we've got concrete answers at Prairie Supply Inc., the contractor's headquarters.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com, local voices from local radio.
As we come back here, that interview brought to you in part by Dakota Heritage Bank. It's now time to get to our Agassi Precision Egg play of the contest. Trom made a really nice play in the 5th inning, robbing Lucas Farstead of a base hit. There was a runner at second base with Schlobaum. He went from the second base side to the shortstop side. Trom with a nice diving play in the 5th inning. That is our play of the game, brought to you in part by Agassi Precision Egg, your local precision planting dealer. Go to planterdoc.com. That again is planterdoc.com. As we continue here in our Castleton Lumber post-game show, what we know is this: what the matchups will be for tomorrow, just not sure of the times. So you're not going to play the same team twice if you haven't played already until you get to that championship. So Kindred with the win will play Devils Lake tomorrow. The Fargo Jets with the win will play Castleton tomorrow. It's just a matter of if the games are at 3 o'clock or 5:30 respectively. So we know the matchups, just don't know the times. Make sure you stay tuned for our next game here between Devils Lake and Castleton coming up around the corner to find that out. But again, Kindred with the win, 8-2 over the Senators on our Castleton Lumber post-game show. In about a half hour or so, we'll get you ready for the Storm and the Haymakers for our final game of the day here in Castleton.